Good evening. Welcome to the Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships, live from Parkville here, State Netball Centre in Victoria. My name's Matthew Blomley.
And my name is Rayden Creswell from Tasmania.
And Rayden had his first go at commentating earlier this morning, did a terrific job, so I've signed him up for a few more, whether he likes it or not.
Yes, got thrown in the deep end there.
With the centre pass for Tassie, let's go through those lineups for you.
All right, so Tasmania at goal shoot, we've got Ollie Morgan. Goal attack, we have Jack Jordan. Wing attack, we have Max Hoare. Centre, we've got Logan Hunt. Wing defence, Travis Round. Goal defence, Isaac Nicholas. And goal keep, Zach Ruggard.
It just flows over the line as we're introducing that. South Australia in goal shooter, Cruz Wilson. Goal attack, Reed O'Callaghan. I know there was a correction that came through. On the chat, we do try and pronounce correctly where possible, and we thank you for that one. Levi Heath in wing attack, Lucas Gullin in centre, Tyler Ward in wing defence, Caleb Playford in goal defence, William Pennell in goalkeeper. Gullin trying to play for a contact, not there. Smart little player and just trying to gauge the umpire early. A couple of these feeds just got a little bit loose. Jordan, though, gets the first goal in. Great start for Tassie.
Big opportunity there for Logan Hunt, starting at the centre. It's his first start, I believe.
Oh, is that kept in? It is. Well done, Heath. Gullin there to clean it up.
Presented beautifully there. Just a little bit short.
Cruz Wilson, though. Oh, there's no doubt on that rebound. He was very nice in the last match I called.
Yeah. Got a hand there, Ollie Morgan.
Superb effort there from South Australian goalkeeper there, William Pennell, to get hands up and through, but just too good on the take. Gullin, quick turn. Trying to work angle
loose
to
ball.
Heath. Yeah, a lot of hands and loose ball at the moment, isn't there?
Great contest there. They're really competing hard for everything.
A little flick over. That's Cruz Wilson there in the goal shoot position. And now I'm speaking like I'm a New Zealander.
You are. I'm not surprised. Other people did mention if they do commentating with me, they'll just start bringing out the accent.
And shout out to any New Zealanders who are watching us on our live stream on SidelineSport.tv.
I'm sure we'd have a few.
There's certainly a number of friends over there who are very passionate about watching any netball possible, and people who've been Victorians and Australians previously. Another one goes Cruz Wilson's way. There's a nice goal up. He's just getting his feet stuck a little bit on the ground and off balance. As Reed O'Callaghan, Callaghan,
yeah, he's presenting beautifully for that ball. Been a great option for them out the front there.
Little double team on the defense, just waiting for something. Great little flick out and in. Oh, just needs to bring that distance back a little bit, but that hand over, terrific. And I like the intent. Quick turn, it's Jordan, just very quick shows. A little pop and stop, though.
Wow. He'll be taking a lot of control throughout that part of the court there.
Oh, just helped over the line by Pennell. And that's where sometimes when you're that tall goaler, you've got to give yourself a little bit more space to step back into. But he is a tall young fella, Morgan.
Yes, he's, I believe, a athletics nerd. He loves his athletics, and it was great to get him into the netball system in Tassie.
So, yeah, let's not tell him too much about what's going on in Australian sprinting at the moment, which is very exciting to see. There's Cruz Wilson, little step around, falls short, gets a touch on it, he does. Great jump from behind.
You'll see that from Isaac all game. Loves jumping like that. Oh, there's a little trick there.
And Heath on the ground for a third time. Just letting him know you've got to actually wait for my whistle. Crucial part of netball is ensuring you're playing to the umpire's whistle, and that includes centre passes. And Callaghan, he's just finding Cruz Wilson
They're
so
working
easily.
beautifully together.
And that's not because there's not defensive pressure. It's just they're creating some nice angles and know each other's game.
And the centre, Lucas, there, he's really having a crack at everything. They're putting a lot of pressure on him in defence.
And he's straight back into defence with a slight armbar and then finding space again. Looking over the mess.
Oh.
Jordan comes up. This is the one where he then needs to punch deep and then come back a little bit rather than the prop. It can be a bit of a goal attack, I would say fault of sorts, that many do it when they think they're trying to help out.
Yes, yeah, and that's what he doesn't want to do, is get stuck into feeling like he needs to come out and help.
And it'll also help him find that circle a little bit easier as Playford comes rushing through his goal defence. The long giraffe-like limbs. And Callaghan beautifully finds Cruz Wilson again, just caught slightly behind. There is Rudyard. And that's a tough one when you're caught trying to contest and get caught a little bit on the legs.
Beautiful drive from the wing attack there, right into the pocket.
Yeah, he's been trying to get out quite solidly at each of these centre passes. Looking for something, Hunt. Just everyone running a bit too far away on that one. Sometimes centre pass, people forget you can run on the inside, but great turnover there for the Titans.
And the Titans really need this. 8-2 to South Australia. They need to start picking a few of these ones back.
And that's exactly it. It's just sometimes just set some reasonable goals. It's only 7 minutes in. It's not a high-scoring match so far, particularly. South Australia.
There's not a lot in it, that's for sure.
Yeah, 8-2 is nothing. And Hunt just looking a little bit confused, maybe tapped off his hand rather than tapped out. And there's quick landing, quick releases of these South Australians. They come out pretty determined.
Yeah. I'm really impressed with the centre wing attack. Their drives right to the circle edge are just really crisp.
And the good staggered separation of the centre pass there. Create that space, O'Callaghan and Heath. And of course there are the two O'Callaghan boys on this side, and Reid is the one that is on court for us at the moment, and it's Will currently on the bench.
It's always good to see brother combinations, isn't it? We often see that in these divisions.
Yeah, and depending on how competitive of brothers they are, for how much support I think they give each other as well. But it must help for some understanding and knowledge on court.
And you can see there's a change at goal shoot for Tasmania. Ollie Neat's now on. He's got a basketball background.
Just thought about that for a bit too long. Parnell managed to keep it in, and a quick transition through Ward now. Looking for someone, it's Heath. Oh,
something's happened there, no?
Yeah, footwork.
Just watching the centre for Tassie, he looked like he was pulling up a little slow there. Seems to be all right.
And make sure you're not a horse, because you'd be put down for being lame. South Australia quickly want to move it on again. Ward is the one stepping it through. Mid-range. Oh, edges in. Reid O'Callaghan.
Yeah, Tasmania certainly don't have an answer for that speed coming through the court, do they? The ball's just going down there so quickly.
And sometimes it's about not trying to match speed with an opposition, but what can you do to actually slow their speed? And that can be clogging up space, that can be running maybe a different style of defence, like a zone, or ensuring your front line are really quick on their transition back in, so the back line has a chance. There's a wonderful, wonderful shot for the Tassie boys. And a little bit of a dropped head on that contact, but the intent was the right thing. He was trying the right arm of the ball, right line of the ball rather, was round. And just a smidge extra up the court, and I think he would have taken that. Oh, what a chase. Who's going to get there? Cruz Wilson tries, but can't get it in. It's Zach Rudyard that pulls it up, and Tassie have another opportunity. Moment to breathe with hands on it. Lovely little pop and swing. This is a great little setup.
Oh, beautiful. Under the post, Ollie Neat.
I've given that a little clap. Couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
That was a lovely setup. That was very nice from the entire attacking end.
Yeah, Max had a beautiful little bounce pass there and got that through.
South Australia looking over. It's Cruz Wilson, such a target for them. Shot very well in the last game.
And they're not just going over, they're also going out the front. You're seeing them doing both and creating a few nightmares there, that attacking end.
Yeah,
We've got Jackson Thorpe's come on, and unfortunately his first thing's a step. But
yeah, it was
I'm
just
sure
that
he'll make up
carry.
to it.
Unfortunately, but look at him chase it up. Oh, keeps it in as well. Oh, almost keeps it in.
Great effort there. That's what you want to see when you have an error. You come on and you try and make up for it. So.
And no coach is ever upset seeing that sort of effort after a mistake.
Yeah.
And I know that I've implored on certainly young players in the past. Like, I don't care if you make a mistake, it's what you do afterwards that I care about. And that's a great example of that. That is an absolute credit to him, that effort. And we'll see what he's going to bring for the rest of this game. It's 14-5, just over 4 minutes to go. Centre pass setups are going well for the Dragons. And they're wanting the edge of the circle. No, goaler to goaler. This is a wonderful combination to watch. Wilson O'Callaghan. They're making pressure look effortless.
Right under the hoop there.
Oh, turn and look for that, son. Ollie needs to back himself. Yeah. And I think if he'd gone for the first one, he might have been okay.
Yeah.
Oh, loose ball just falling out. This transition has been so good by Playford.
Yeah, you find the Tasmanian boys are really just catching themselves a little bit late or behind. We've got another change. Goalkeeper Blake Doyle's now on. He's a Australian high jumper, so he's got a great big leap on him. So let's see if that changes up that dynamic.
And let's see if he possibly flops it at any point today. It's incredible. Anyone who does high jump, the way they can throw their body over. So expect some good things from him, body over.
Oh,
and it is just the bib off, and that's what we call time for. Becomes a safety issue.
You can just see how well drilled the South Australian team is. I mean, in South Australia, they've now got the Super League, and that's a fantastic competition. They've had the Junior M League there for a number of years, and you can just see that development coming right through their program. And it's awesome to see. A lot of these boys would have been playing together for a number of years, and you can see the Tasmanian boys, this is their first, if not second season playing with each other, but certainly their first at a state level. So it's awesome to see what's happening in South Australia, and smaller states like Tassie want to replicate those types of things.
And that's exactly what needs to happen, is the support from everyone here and everyone at home in talk to your state associations. Tell them to got boys at your local association.
Local
get them
clubs.
Involved.
Yep.
That's where it all starts, is that grassroots, and that's certainly, I think, what South Australia did. And here in Victoria, it's so crucial for us as well, getting the players come through association, and things like school championships, which we've spoken about in previous games, how crucial that is for recruiting. And sometimes that's the first realisation that there is another step in the process and in the pathway.
A lot of these boys played for the Huon Netball Club towards Hobart, and they did it on a social level and then wanted to come and try for the state. So that's what you want to see, is those boys going from that club level and then wanting to go a little bit further.
And it's the friendship you make from sports like this and netball. They will learn. It's just so crucial as you go on in life, and the boys that you meet from the other teams as well. Jordan just looking around, just needs to pivot and square up to goal for a moment. And our big hands over it. Contests it well. He's not getting a lot of height off the ground, Parnell, but he's getting a lot of contests and forcing things to change. That's a lovely little hold there. Jack Jordan.
Jack, certainly that player that these boys look on for experience, being an Australian under-20s player, and that's what you need in every state, don't you? One of those representative players that you can look up to and try and emulate. And South Australia's got a number of those boys in their team. So,
yeah, and when the players are there still with the right mindset when they come back to state, they're able to bring that extra level of coaching that they've had, able to bring in a couple of the learnings that go on, and that all plays out for everyone else's benefit. Oh, is it going to be a great take? No. Oh, interesting pivot. Not any footwork call needed. Gullen across, and it's Playford once again. He's been their main driver out. Ward's contributed. Gullen through deep. And this is the connections that they're just working so well. Top of the circle. 13 seconds to go. This South Australia going to run it. They are. 7.
There we go. Oh, beautiful.
And really great D from, and shoots that one after.
Wow.
Oh, no, the umpire said yes.
She's called it.
Hey, she's got the closer view. Will allow for light and sound to be slightly different from our distance. South Australia up and about 21-6. We'll join you again after this short break.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress. Download today.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take.com.au.
Hi, I'm Paul, General Manager at Strapdoor. Here at Strapdoor, we're committed to providing high quality sports tapes that keep up with the demands of athletes around Australia without breaking the bank. Every roll of tape we produce meets stringent quality standards, ensuring all athletes can perform at their best with reliable support and peak flexibility. And because we believe in the value of our products, we're offering an exclusive 30% discount offer for sporting clubs. It's the perfect time to experience the difference Strapdoor can make. Follow us on our socials for the latest offers and updates. We're here to support all athletes and clubs' journeys. Join our community and elevate your game.
Cruz Wilson. And just getting called for the obstruction there, Green. Just need
Now,
to
I could
adjust
be
early.
wrong. I've got a feeling there might be a couple of these SA boys are still eligible for 17s.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that's my understanding. There's a couple of them who are eligible for the 17s team, but they thought that they were ready for the 20s, and rightly so, put them up, which is fantastic to see.
yeah, if you've got the opportunity in your state for the players to move up as appropriate, and you've got the support there, that's always a good thing. Certainly we're just talking about the Victorian 23 side, for instance. A number of them are still eligible for the Vic 20s, which is just such a glorious thing to have. We've got guys in our reserves who are still eligible for 23s. And I know that's what a number of states are trying to work out is, where possible, inject the youth.
Yeah. I think a big win for Tasmania recently has been we haven't had any imports for our 20s team or 17s.
So good.
Huge thing, and particularly for this age group. We actually had a training partner this year as well, which is a huge step for us. So,
yeah, so incredible to see the work that's been going on behind the scenes that I know not everyone realises. They have great hands through Tasmania. And speaking of players who were in 17s, Milne on at wing attack, and he's grown so much. We were talking about this before the game. I'm like, that is the same player I think it is from last year. Tiny little fella last year.
He made his debut for the Titans in 22, and I was so excited because there's a player I was actually taller than. But it didn't last very long. He's doubled in size, and he's going great guns. Today, I'd like to acknowledge Jarvis because he's playing his 25th game for Tasmania.
Oh, how good is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. And also Isaac Nicholas, who's about to come on at goalkeeper. He is also playing his 25th game for Tasmania. So both those boys part of our inaugural team that played in Adelaide.
Oh, they're great milestones that I know that Tasmania started to do the milestone games, and South Australia do similar with theirs.
They do a fantastic job with acknowledging those milestones and those important appearances, etc. for their players. So that was actually a great inspiration behind what I started doing here in Tassie, because I saw what South Australia do and all the other states, and you want to get on board and celebrate it.
And this is where I love it as a netball community, as you see a great... Milne almost rips it in, Callaghan. Is that there is a support there, and we can get ideas from each other still. It's not all just competing.
Yeah, I must say, it's we're all very competitive on the court, but off the court, a lot of associations are working together and trying to improve our product out there, so we can leave it in a better place.
And that's what we want to do. We want to see all of these boys get those opportunities, like they're getting now, to play more and more games as Heath just flies with the arm around. And then a bit unsure where to go. Gullen comes flying in late. And just slowing up for a moment is Green. Bruce Wilson almost off balance, pivots. That's a lovely shot again. Yeah. He's just been so reliable for South Australia. What a pleasure that must be to have a player that's shooting so nicely like that. 17 of their goals he has done. About to get 18? No. And Callaghan.
29-8, about to be 30-8 to South Australia.
Tassie just got to keep this margin ticking over for themselves and set those little goals. That's a great little take and not panicked, and that's what I like to see. Thorpe just finishing the end of his leads with that little bit jump, which some people do as they're developing. Kind of finish that lead with a stop without realising maybe you need to continue that on for another step or so, and you might get released that ball a little bit more.
You can really see that with the South Australians, when they release that ball, it's so quickly, there's no hesitation. It's just Jake's done a great job with those boys there.
Now, Callaghan's getting such strong rebound position for these South Aussie boys. Awkward, but it's worthy. He's going to get called for held. No! There's just confusion. Everyone was a little bit... I think he thought he heard a whistle, or players just commenting.
As you said earlier, play to the whistle.
Yeah, that was a great example of... I think a couple of people from bench maybe would call him played ball, which is not the case. You're allowed to roll the ball to yourself. Hey, if he just gets in and has to go at almost anything there.
Not only is he a beautiful attacking player, but he's got great defence.
Long ball, too much on it, off Parnell. That's a tough ball to give.
Yeah, and he had two defenders on him there. Probably not the right one to do.
And when you got it tall, sometimes you got to resist the urge to go long. And in fact, you're going to get it every time from circle edge. Great shot. Yes. Blowing the wind in, I think, from a little bit of the contest from before. Heath wanting someone. That's the wing defence in Harry Lovelock that comes in floating. Wilson again. Almost bowl cut mullet.
Yeah, did notice that. It gives me some of that Dora the Explorer vibes, but he's...
Dora Explorer, that's a great example of it. Yeah, I think that's better than my bowl mullet. He is rocking that.
I would have that haircut any day of the week if I could shoot like him.
I would have the hairline back, which not all of us are blessed with. And, fight for it. Thorpe and Gullen, and just a little bit of the forearm push then called. Parnell driving all the way to the line, straight through the middle of Gullen. Expect that over, it does. Oh, fend off? No, saw the other arm in there first.
Okay.
Perhaps a bit of action and reaction. And umpire probably had a better view of that initial part of it. We certainly saw the end of the action. And Jordan just looking for something. That's a nice little pop and go.
He's doing a lot of work there at wing attack. You don't often see him play in the mid-court. They rely on him a lot in the shooting, but they do have that depth to give him an opportunity in another position.
That's a great little goal of refeed with the mid-court. That's
beautiful.
A nice shot.
That'll give him a lot of confidence, that one.
And so it should. And you take your little wins. That's one example of the little win. The flowing locks there of Playford looks back. Gullen two-handed. He loves the two-handed overhead. Heath, just the quick little release. Managed to release it from the chest up and over. And Jordan takes a quick seat. They're rotating that wing attack position through. 4 now. There's contact, the reason it went to ground. And Callaghan, he just fights for everything as well. Callaghan, I apologise again to that family. Look for your shot there, young Morgan.
Yes.
This one looks pretty good initially. Tapped out. As I've seen tap out occur in the mid-court for South Australia. It's James Farinola on.
But when you've built a lead like this, you earn yourself to roll with your substitutes and give them an opportunity, and hopefully they'll go out there and take it and show some impact.
That's all you want to see. Anytime you bring anyone on from the bench, have an impact, do your job. Even if that's only for a brief period of time, just got to look down a little bit longer in an overload. Great intent from behind though from Green. I think people forget when you run an overload that most of the idea is actually for your wing attack to get across the line and your support is coming from behind. And through the court once again.
I know, they love working on a few of their set plays. Their coach Matt Charlesworth has been working on a number of them, and it's just trying to refine them and bring them out on court.
Getting it into the memory of the boys that to actually run it when they're out there.
And being a new playing group this year, it's all these things take time.
Oh, is it enough? Not quite. Parnell gets hands, and feet. Knees and toes, gets called for the contact. He just goes, which bit of it was it?
He's really causing them a lot of issues in that circle. He's just always pushing them and look at them getting up and about. Look at those South Australian players on the bench there. They're
so happy for Playford with that one, getting the contest. And listen, get arms up, get in behind it. Everyone arms. That's a great sort of initiative and taking something into it, trying to get a little turnover, a little win.
It has slowed them down that little bit more than what we saw in the first quarter there. So
great recognition. And someone top of the circle, yes.
And they picked a ball up.
Now just need some separation.
Sometimes just getting back to the basics. Arms over and it can make all the difference there.
Netball is a simple sport sometimes. And it's
Parnell.
Overcomplicated by people. Fight for it. Such a good job there. Launching
that. Look at that. Will Green.
Please finish this one. No. He gets it back. I want that so much. That was a great release. It was great recognition.
You got your goal defence come on and had that beautiful vision.
And
that's for the highlights reel.
Every defender loves a launch into the shooter, don't they?
He'll be asking to play wing attack soon.
Oh, great tap. That's a fantastic contest as well. Oh, the little rebound. It was almost like the old basketball practice off the backboard where you do your jumps and rebounds to each other. And down the line transition, you just see that timing come. Yeah. They know that someone's going to turn and be on the end of it. Oh, attempts a little jump, just takes off from too low. Interesting, though, on that call. I'm not sure he had the arm up when the obstruction was called and had his arm up. So, a bit, one I wouldn't mind clarification on at what point that becomes obstructing.
Beautiful shot there.
I'll check in with the panel at some point.
Wilson's very confident in that mid-range shot, isn't he? He's taking them under the hoop, mid-range.
Confidence is key, and that's someone who's hopefully getting a bit of confidence is Morgan.
Yes, he's really coming into his game now.
And they're getting circle edge for the feed now, and that's made a difference on that take. All of a sudden, it's harder to contest. Lovely play there. Goalie to goal, they're just opening up and drawing out a defender out wide. Looking behind early. Just got to make sure you're on the inside. Hall just going, is someone coming forward? Release it. He does.
Very close to 3 seconds there.
The good news was he didn't look panicked through it.
Oh, that's not good.
No, he's not getting up. And it's just...
Hopefully he's all right. There's
I don't know whether he maybe gave a little whack on the head. Perhaps he did. He's come into the bench. He's going, I'm not feeling okay. Might need a little bit of a check out. It's
straight to the physio.
He's going, I think it was a little whack on the head. Possibly a part of that landing there.
Well, there's always a risk of concussion, isn't there, even in netball?
And I can know that all too well. Many, many years ago, getting concussion myself, where I had to leave the court in the arena. And it can affect you for weeks afterwards.
Oh, absolutely. It's a serious issue in sport, and netball's no different. Guys slipping over and hitting their head on court. It's not a soft surface, that's for sure.
Okay, and for those playing at home, just a little bit confused as to what happened there and why Farinola's gone off the court. What happens now in the netball rules is something that's considered dangerous play pretty much automatically becomes a suspension. We have seen that in another 20s game earlier today. I didn't see the action of it. So even though there was no intent there, with it being that, because it is the dangerous late play, it's an automatic send-off. So that's why Farinola sitting on the bench. And I think sometimes that rule hasn't always been explained to the players particularly well. So the understanding of these boys aren't doing it with any intent.
Yes, yeah. So is it 2 minutes that he's
It is,
sitting
2 minutes.
Yep.
So pretty much the end of this quarter. I don't know whether didn't look at the time that happened, whether he'll have to sit off anything of the next quarter as well. It will be marked down.
This is where they really need to take advantage of that.
And just getting confused which direction for a minute. Hunt going, is it mine? Hang on, I'm facing the wrong way. We've all been there at some point. Normally after a change or an end of a quarter. But South Australia trying to capitalise in the big up contest. Wilson on the lean. It's a lovely finish once again. Hunt almost loses the circle for a second. That's a great
Beautiful
little passage.
Pass.
Parnell finds the right angle,
sharp.
but couldn't quite get there. It's just a release point on a couple of these now, which is that fine tuning of that extra little bit of training that unfortunately Tassie
went for the more difficult pass. He had an option that was much closer. Another great quarter there from South Australia, and Tassie's getting a few extra goals there, but a bit more work to do.
Yeah, a bit more work for us as well for a second half. We'll join you again after the long break.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and day.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control.au.
Welcome to TLC Health Clubs. With gym equipment of the highest quality, exhilarating workouts and world-class coaching, we'll help you reach your fitness goals. There's also a pool and sauna for whenever you want to dive in or sweat it out. Join today and live your best life with TLC.
Thank you for joining us for the third quarter. South Australia's ahead 40-16.
And it's been quite the match from South Australians in particular, but there's so many positives that can be taken on board from your Tassie Titans boys.
Absolutely. No, look, the boys have been, particularly at the end of that quarter there, I thought they were bringing the ball down down to that circle edge beautifully, and Ollie Morgan was taking in some great balls and shooting well. So they have made some changes. We've got Jarvis Milne at goal shoot, and looks like we've got Logan Hunt there at centre and Zach at goal defence.
Yeah, and have a look through the South Australian lineup as well for you. I've seen Reid O'Callaghan going to goal shooter, Chris Wilson come out to goal attack. Ryan Norfolk, more known as a goaler but playing wing attack for this quarter. Tyler Ward's the centre. Harry Lovelock remains at wing defence. Caleb Playford remains at goal defence, and William Parnell remains at keeper. That's
beautiful drive, yes.
We both reacted at the same time because it was so superb.
we probably haven't seen that enough from the Tassie boys, really driving hard for that ball and going through that middle of the court.
And here's what's so good about Ryan Norfolk. He's just so speedy, so crafty.
You can really notice that movement straight away. And Zach's at the ground there, up he gets.
And it's an unfortunate one for Tasmania. They had it come the whole way down. South Australia quick with the turnover. Cruz Wilson quick with the turn. Norfolk, great front cut. Tries keeping low. Oh, well done.
Isaac Nicholas. Beautiful touch there.
And let's see if we can get a solid finish through here, because that's a beautiful play so far from the Tassie Titans. Oh, the step on launch.
It was very South Australian-esque bringing that ball down, but they just couldn't quite finish that off there. Jack Jordan, beautiful intercept. We read that 2 days ago.
And which is not a bad effort, considering 2 days ago was just the start of this tournament for so many arriving into Melbourne.
Yes, and I can imagine for a lot of these new players, they would have been very nervous. And if we go back to when you first started playing, you get those nerves, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. So many nerves to that moment. It's the first time going court. It's your first starting opportunity as well.
Yeah, your first catch, your first pass, your first goal, and it's
just those little milestones that each of these boys have gone through as well.
And every year we're in a new stadium and a new state, and so it's always something new, isn't it? And it's always very exciting for these boys.
And exciting launch through there. Oh. This is a lovely little passage. Parnell, he does so well at just coming around the last minute.
Yeah.
That's so many times.
He's a very smart player. You can tell he reads the play so well.
And he launches onto the ball.
Yeah.
His closing speed on that 3 steps is just incredible. And determination. Just getting the offside there is Nicholas. It's so hard to stop a goaling combination that's playing so well together like these two. And now we get the transition.
Go straight in. There we go.
And I didn't mind the fact that he held that for just a second. It's very easy for so many players to just launch that straight away and then would have thrown it into Parnell's hands. And burns him again on the second one. Let's go, Mill.
Beautiful. And I've just noticed Will Green's playing in an unfamiliar position at wing attack. And if you'll remember that big highlight we had earlier.
Yes, the launch.
From goal defence. And I said, maybe he wants to play wing attack.
Well, so here's his time. They've taken your word on it.
They've listened to me and they've chucked him in there. So
we'll note that down as a president's decree that has played out.
Don't let me down, Will. There we go.
I think you get one call a tournament that they have to do as coaches and put it in place for you. And that must be it here.
Well, don't tell me that, because Brad Beaton will be wanting to play wing attack in the men's reserve team against you boys. So
I don't think he will for some funny reason.
No, look, I think it's one of those dreams he's been waiting for, but it's not happening.
And something that is happening
what's
is this goal combination.
I've got to ask you, what's up with netball players always wanting to play in a position that they don't normally play in?
That's a great question. The kids out here, they all do it. They go, they'll be buggered. They'll be absolutely buggered and go, can I go into goals? Can I go into goal defence? And wing defence is often one that the non-wing defences will say about.
Yep. Well, you've got, these shooters and the amazing shooters, and all of a sudden they're like, I want to play centre, and you go, all right.
I think sometimes it's that FOMO, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so wanting what we can't have.
And that's what's so great about netball. You can have players playing in so many different positions and so many different body types and body shapes. That's what makes men's netball such a great sport.
Yeah, we've spoken previously about sports like, rugby league, but rugby union's at one where it's similar. You play your specific position. Netball has that, where being able to be that size, different build, plays a role, and there's an opportunity for different people to play their role.
Absolutely, yep.
And they're playing their role well here. So far, Parnell, for instance, unfortunate with the replay, because he just keeps attacking at it.
Yeah.
and then just call for. You can see the angle of the lean from
see
here. He looks a
elbow.
little bit confused, but I think if he looks back at that one, he'll see what was going on there.
The bumper bars up.
And they've reached 21 now. Tassie, that's a good little target so far.
I'm sure the coach has set them some small targets, and it'll be interesting how those boys have gone with them.
Yeah, sometimes it's as simple as keeping an opposition to a certain number, getting yourself to a certain number, and that's whether you're expecting to win or lose.
And although the Tassie boys haven't got a win yet this tournament, I know the spirits are really high and they're really positive about their game, so it's excellent to see.
And
beautiful.
That is such a great culture from the Titans that have been built that doesn't matter conditions. Parnell comes across the court.
He has been a
launches
standout.
it in. Milne, here's another opportunity. Little short step back. It goes in. That's about 3 just from that beautiful long ball. And unfortunate for that one because there was a beautiful hunt from Parnell.
And Jarvis is one of those players we talked about who's still eligible for 17s and been put up to the 20s, and he's showing why he should have been there.
And Norfolk just getting caught with trying to release with the two hands through the body on that. The one-handed, left-handed might have worked, or the step around the other way.
A little bit late for Zach there. He didn't time that too well.
And lovely mid-range shot. They seem to be keeping with this same combination for the most part, certainly in goals.
Yes. You do wonder when they might pull the trigger and get someone else on court just to give them that little bit of extra court time and build those combinations in depth.
And the other question is, are they resting someone a little bit who is sitting on the bench currently, giving them a little bit more time off from previous games?
That'll be scary if these boys are their second, shall I say third shooters.
Yeah, it's certainly food for thought for any of the 20 and under teams out there. This South Australian team has come to play. They're absolutely determined.
Great take.
Great take. Strong.
That's the athletics coming through, isn't it?
Yeah. He was putting that high jump well and truly into that, wasn't he? And it was good to see him attempt it as well. And look at him just trying to work around the body now. He's really starting to find some extra effort there as it just bounces out.
And we've got a change at centre. We've got Travis coming on.
Keep the fresh legs for last 6. Not a bad idea here. Oh, just missed the top of the circle.
Great
but it
drive
gets
by
rewarded
Will.
afterwards.
Yeah.
That was nice by Green then. I think it was a little bit of a... Oh, you were actually here.
Yes.
I'll give this to you. There's Jordan. Sinks a nice shot there. A little pat to herself afterwards from Milne. Look in the hand. Jordan just didn't see it. No, I've got myself.
Yep.
And I think I've seen him do that before.
Yes.
Which I like the culture and the attitude.
Oh, look at that. Blake.
That was a fantastic leap. Unable to be pulled in at the end, though.
As a defender, that must be so hard to see. You get that beautiful intercept and then you watch the boys turn it over.
That's a different mindset thing for a lot of defenders, getting that in their head, that sometimes you just got to do the work again.
Yep.
And again.
Yep.
And again. And that's what these guys have just got to keep doing. As Wilson has a rare miss.
And it's gone again. Here we go.
And what a rebound.
Let's see if they can reward him now.
Well, hesitates for one moment. And probably not a bad thing to hesitate just for a second. Just to not
Slow
go
it
long.
down. Yep.
And now it opens up. And here's an opportunity. Milne hopefully looks for a ghost top. That's a great angle to set up. Yes, lovely shot. That's a great angle that just did.
This is Jarvis's first season as a shooter. He was normally a mid-quarter, but got a bit of height on him now, and he's been given the opportunity, and he's doing a great job at it.
And he really is doing a great job through there, getting rewarded. Oh, the little pop to top. This is what I'm really pleased to see as well. You can see that those coaching points are coming out for the players. They're trying to find that top of the circle.
Beautiful get there from
They're trying to feed from the top of the circle. Just sometimes it's just not working. And it's not through not trying. The South Australian side's just so good defensively.
all through the court as well, the South Australian team, with their defence.
Oh, yes, absolutely. As O'Callaghan sinks another one to his name. And centre pass through for Ward in Norfolk. I'd like to see Norfolk add a few more of the one-handed passes in, especially when he's in wing tack. I feel like it works quite well for him as a goaler.
Yep.
Because he's able to do the low, but it's a little bit tougher when you've got the hands in front of you. And he seems to find a way through because he's so speedy, so crafty. 53-24. 3.5 to go of this quarter. Oh, right idea waiting for that, but great hands.
Oh, not sure what they've called there, but
I feel like it might have been an offside.
Yep.
Given the position it was taken in, it's very traditional offside spot. Getting the turnover
Jack
back.
slowing it down there. Oh, they've got a touch on there. Been really impressed for our Lovelock.
Yeah, he just gets in there and gets hands over everything. And that's what results in some of his turnover. It's just putting some pressure on. Even that.
And that came from that pressure, that hands over, and then you come
the
through
angle
and
he
take the ball.
directed that at.
Yeah.
He may not have even realised that's what he was doing, but it was perfectly done.
The shooter-to-shooter feeding has been really impressive with South Australia.
Hasn't it? And it's not through lack of effort from defence. There's so much effort going on there, but this connection is just... It's crystal clear. It's a pleasure to watch. They're both such lovely goalers. As we see a couple of errant moments there.
Very mobile, very quick. They've also got the body to hold as well. They're not giving up on anything, South Australia. They just keep going and going.
And that's a sign of a really class side. And where
they play for
really
the full 60 minutes.
And that's what you want to do. It's hard to get in, and sometimes it won't happen all week, but this is a great example of it. And the fact they're putting the effort to try and do that. Has it all come off? No. But they're trying to go for that full time. Be interesting if they can do that next quarter. Milne, little one, just falls short. Just needs a little bit more push on that.
Parnell.
He's just everywhere. He's just trying to get everything. It's great.
Yeah.
But Jordan, well done to him.
Jack's got a smile on his face knowing how tough that was to get that ball in from Parnell.
That's the thing. They are working so hard. So you take the pleasure of anyone that works out. Looking for a connection. Here's the one. Release and go. There you go, Tassie.
Beautiful.
And that's some great angles as well. Great little refeed. Thought he was going to do another one for a moment there. This one, just overshoots it. Overcorrected probably a bit from the last one.
Lovely drive down court.
Norfolk keeps it in.
Great balance.
I mean, incredible elevation for a start, but then the balance afterwards.
Yes.
Such a nice finish. Both got lovely actions. One of the things I've really been impressed about from South Australia as well is the driving out from defence. It's all the way to the transverse line. It's all the way through the centre third. And then the connection comes.
Yeah.
And these Tassie supporters are really doing everything they can to
really are.
keep the boys going and turn over. And they cheer it on. Unlucky at the line.
They're yelling arms over and really cheering them on.
That is a fantastic jump. Just slightly mistimes the hand on it. Another end of period shot.
And he sinks it.
It's been a big 3 quarters so far. 56 to South Australia. 25 to Tasmania. We're going to take a little break. We'll join you again shortly.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress. Download to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress. Download the free Get Active Victoria app today.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with you.
Hi, I'm Paul, General Manager at Strapdoor. Here at Strapdoor, we're committed to providing high-quality sports tapes that keep up with the demands of athletes around Australia without breaking the bank. Every roll of tape we produce meets stringent quality standards, ensuring all athletes can perform at their best with reliable support and peak flexibility. And because we believe in the value of our products, we're offering an exclusive 30% discount offer for sporting clubs. It's the perfect time to experience the difference Strapdoor can make. Follow us on our socials for the latest offers and updates. We're here to support all athletes and clubs' journeys. Join our community and elevate your game.
"30-second whistle as we go on. The other court is up about the 10-second whistle, in fact, gone. We're in the 20 and under division here at the Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships between Tasmania and South Australia. It's been quite the battle. The scoreline's not reflecting the effort that has been put out on court, but South Australia have been pretty clinical in their execution. Maybe dropped off a little bit in that last. Tasmania just going to have a chat with the goal. No, sorry, the umpire just going to have a chat with the goals behind, just saying, maybe don't be in my eye line. And because I'm going to be stepping right back here.
There seems to be a few changes on court, so I'll go through the Tasmanian changes. We've got Ollie Neat now at goal attack. Ollie Morgan's at goal shoot.
Oh, lovely shot there.
Wing attack, we've
Neat.
got Max. Centre, we have Travis. Wing defence, we've now got Logan, and looks like his cameo at wing attack didn't last too long, and Will's now back in the circle at goal keep. So wholesale changes for the Tasmanian team.
And there's been a few changes also, you'll notice, with the South Aussies. Moving into goal shooter for the Dragons is Lachlan Bergen. He's quite the unit up there. Levi Heath now into goal attack. Ryan Norfolk remains in wing attack. Reid O'Callaghan in centre. Harry Lovelock remains in wing defence.
Oh,
Jamie
great
Farinola
intercept there from Travis.
returns to the court, this time in goal defence. And William Parnell, who's had such a solid game, stays and keeps.
A few changes. It'll be interesting how that impacts each team.
And that's a lovely feed. And the correct pivot as well. That's really good recognition there from Morgan. He thought about it for a brief moment, went, you know what? That is the right foot I need to go on.
Oh, really contesting there. That centre pass from Zach.
Seeing the tall Timber, able to find it.
And he's got his first goal in.
Brings it quite low for a tall fella as well. I think if he can keep that action up nice and high, there's not going to be many defenders getting their hand over it. As Tasmania have another centre pass here. Oh, just looking for the connection. A little bit of confusion and end up on each other. And Farinola just comes gliding through the front. And comes gliding back through for another offer. Right, a bit of a question at the break with the umpires just clarifying the send-off that occurs, the suspension. And good that he's able to keep his head there, young Farinola, after that one.
Oh, look at that.
No intent. It's really solid action on the shot there of a big fella, Lachlan Bergen.
It really gives them something else now, doesn't it, with the change, that dynamic of having your dynamic shooters popping out for that ball out in front, and now they're throwing those balls over.
It really makes you wonder, come crunch time of this tournament, who the players are going to be in what positions for these South
absolutely.
Aussie. So many options.
And, if one's not working for them, they've now got a plan B to chuck out on court to give the opposition something to think about.
And I reckon it's possibly a plan C and D.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah. That's what we're
Jake
seeing there.
definitely
He's
has
pumped.
a
He's
few
got his
thoughts
first
in his
goal.
head.
Yep. Bit of a flex there.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether goal attack is as regular a spot for Heath or not, but he goes straight into the action. It's not a bad
beautiful
action.
shot.
That's a great shot.
Well, it might just be a regular position if he keeps shooting like that.
It might be indeed.
There's a coach killer from Max, unfortunately, breaking from centre pass. Ollie's got it back for him.
Well done.
We'll be thanking him later.
Oh, and just didn't see the hands coming through from the Dragons' defence. Nice take. The size 13's just staying in court somehow.
Yep.
Probably more like size 15s, 17s. Well, they are huge, huge feet to match their big frame. And trying to get a hand up, indicate where he wants it. Heath, more than happy to put up the shot with confidence.
That. Yeah, he's got confidence, that's for sure.
He gets a yeah boy from his compatriot. That's a nice little last minute open. Just wants someone back middle.
Jarvis is directing the traffic there.
He's saying just
the
come
boys
back
where he
through.
wants them. Yep. And Ollie Morgan put the hand up and told him exactly where he wanted it. And Jarvis delivered.
And this was the confidence we saw in that second quarter from Morgan, where he's found that sort of range. He's found confidence in his take, and that's resulted in some really, really nice shots. Ball goes running off into the corner. No rush to bring it back. Callaghan casually finds it.
Beautiful feed.
Placement was just superb. Waiting for someone else to come through. This time, out wide, Hoare just looked down, missed it for a moment. Parnell!
Yep.
Oh!
You could see that coming from a mile away. And he's throwing another big one. And
that's a great take. Well done to the big fella.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he would have dropped that in some other contests.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that confidence, isn't it?
And even if that ball hadn't have played out the way they wanted to, South Australia, there, Tassie picking it up, had gone to another drag, and I think it may have been called for rolling the ball. Incorrect disposal of sorts. Great heel pivot. And we've just seen so many wonderful plays from both sides, must be said. The enthusiasm to chase up Parnell. There's that closing speed. He builds up the momentum and you
really
can't
does.
stop him.
Yep.
Milne just looking top. Finds it. Right idea, just need a little bit more. Yep. And yeah, he realised it. Back towards post a bit on it. That's some fine tuning there as it comes. Really can make the side deadly. Low release. Little flick. Almost a New Zealand-esque flick.
Yes. Yep.
Little backspin on it and the placement. Certainly seen many Kiwis do that in their day. Norfolk and O'Callaghan.
Yeah. He's finding the space beautifully, isn't he? And just driving exactly where he wants. One thing I'm really impressed with is the Tasmanian boys, regardless of the score, they're still keeping their heads up and they're really contesting for everything.
Yeah, just a little bit of confusion with that one. And I think the only reason why they didn't contest the rebound compared to everything else across court, they were a bit confused as to the call. Heath, is there anything he hasn't done in chasing the ball down, whatever position he's been in?
What's been the biggest thing for you, Matt, that's impressed you about South Australia today?
It's the enthusiasm and not the arrogance, I think, because this can quickly tip over to arrogance in some of the match play and trying to be a bit tricky and fancy.
Go for the fancy shots, the 1%ers.
Exactly, and just having a laugh.
Yeah.
Then they're enjoying it, but they're giving the respect that is due as well, because Tasmania, they're well and truly in it where possible. And that's what I've really appreciated, is they're getting on with it in the right way.
Yeah.
They're contesting in the right way. And Tassie is still able to keep fighting and show some, look, there's so many positive signs like that. That is an absolute positive. Yeah. It's almost circle edge feed. We're starting to find Morgan really well. And, I mean, if I was coach for you guys, I would just be really emphasising him how good a job he's doing down there as well.
Absolutely.
Because
I think the feeders are starting to also realise how to feed him.
And that can be the other difficult thing, is if you're not feeding well, sometimes a bit of unintentional blame goes on the shooter that, they're not catching it, when you're not really placing it in the right spot for them.
Yes.
And this is where confidence needs to keep coming, keep building. Morgan deserves some of that confidence as he's been found. And this is the sort of thing Schoenbergen also likes it in clear spots. South Australians just have that bit better connection with it.
There's been a double change there. We can see Isaac Nicholas and Blake Dorr now coming to the defensive end.
And look, I don't mind this for a little bit of crack. See how he goes.
Yes.
On the bigger timber. Looking for the connection. He's going to release. Oh, thought he was going to peel off for a moment there. Almost. Oh, obstruction coming. Possibly from out of court. That foot, but it was a great leap on it. And that launch, that time works.
Beautiful pass.
And, yeah, even though that didn't have as much height as a couple of the others, it was well placed. Because the stronger hands, that's what difference of a few great passes in.
Yes.
Then he had the confidence to rip that one in because he knew he could.
And it's great to see Ollie Morgan out this year. He actually got injured about a month before last year's national championships.
Yeah, which you never want to see in the kids.
Yeah. So it's awesome to see him have that perseverance and come again. Oh, beautiful shot.
And look, there was great defense, just a little creep in on it. And they're the ones that players don't always realise they've done. Oh, gliding around the back. Yeah, the contact comes.
I'm super impressed with the depth that the South Australian team has with their shooters. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. You wouldn't be able to tell which ones were the starting shooters.
Well, I've seen Norfolk in this tournament playing goals. I've seen him play previously. And he's an accurate goaler.
Yep.
And we haven't seen him today at all. We've seen 4 other goalers. Like, what a luxury that must be to have. And
at this age group, they always love shooting, don't they?
Every single one of them. Put me in goals, put me in goals.
In Tasmania, we had our trials, and I think we only had 2 players that didn't put down that they were shooters in our under-17s division. So
yeah, sometimes you got to remind them, yes, you may play goal shooter, goal attack, and you're mixed. Great take.
Great feed there, Max.
But we might be able to teach you a better position that's more suited for you.
Exactly, yep. I think Max was able to recorrect some of those feeds earlier that went wayward, and he had a beautiful feed there. So,
and Lovelock just sees that, launches it through. That is a superb finish. And look, this is great attempts and defensive efforts from your goalkeeper there, Blake Doyle.
We've got 76-33 with just over 3 minutes on the clock.
And obviously South Australia will be trying to push to get a target of something like 80 here, which would be a great target. But Tasmania, I'd be going, now we've got our 34th, let's get our 35th.
That's
and just
right.
Each individual one is what it's about now.
Absolutely.
Oh,
bullet.
And you can see Reddy turned almost ready for the shot.
Oh, I think that's the first one he's missed.
And ready to put some big hands over it. And look, they're playing a bit of a press.
Yep.
And look, getting an active shooter in this is great. They're pushed up court, which is what you need to do in that press. They push everyone to the side. Now, this is where you need someone to open up on the far side. Looks at it, not enough on it. No. Probably sold it for a little bit too long there as well.
You could tell he was thinking about it, and it gave him that little bit extra time to get out in front of Ollie.
Superb to the top of the circle. Heath, will he offload? No, he goes with confidence with each of these, doesn't he? That is the one I probably would have liked to see him offload.
Yeah.
He had really good hands over shot. He thought about it for a long time. And it's good just to recognise that goaler-to-goaler connection. But, I mean, I'm picking up minor things for these South Aussies when it comes to that.
Oh, you have to when it's a performance like this.
Good weight on that, just not quite the right placement for Milne. We've got just under 2 minutes to go. That's a great block.
Oh, and the boys excited. They're pumped up and their supporters are cheering them on.
A perfect response then from Milne, was confident to go straight back on the shot. There's been many a goaler in the day who they just answer it with another quick shot and they're not worried. Oh, that was one of the few too far passes that we've seen in this quarter for Morgan. I think possibly the only one.
Great result for South Australia here, and they've really deserved it. I mean, they've just brought their A game out on court.
Oh, the little flick over. That's a nice connection. Norfolk and Callaghan.
Oh,
Doyle got up there for that one. And look at just that walking leap. Just flying through the air.
all right. Tassie, can they get one more? Get to 35.
Tell you what, Doyle is a player for you guys. I cannot wait to see if he stays in the program for another year.
Absolutely. Certainly one we want to keep, and I'm sure there's people noticing him, so...
Like, a little bit more work on that craft because he's got the athleticism, as we see. Just got to learn aspects of the game. As Heath gets helped up from the court. 78, there's 30 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Are they going to try and push quickly for 80?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, opens up Heath beautifully on the goal line. Off balance. Gets it in.
Sinks it.
Tassie
There's
just...
time left. Can they get one more?
They just got to get a turnover here.
Get it in.
Launches it up. Not enough.
Yep.
5 seconds. 2 seconds.
Oh.
Too much time in the air. Out of court. Great lead by the umpire.
Great game.
Look, well done to both teams there. South Australia, take your hats off. That was brilliant. Tasmania, so many positive takeaway. 34 goals in the match against a class outfit like this. So good.
And South Australia is a team to watch out for in this division, and everyone knows it. So well done to them, and I'm sure the boys have got some great positives out of this as well.
And well done to you as well, Roden. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of our coverage across the next few days and on our other courts this evening. It is good evening from both of us.